All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me take this off the screen. Sorry, I got to get back into the swing of this, y'all. It's been a minute. Oh, no, let me do this as well. Oh, sorry. Got to put up the number. You can call in if you so desire. I think I have that up as well. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. Oh, hold on. I also got to put up. Come on. Like right. Put up the chat. Let's take it back to the top. Good afternoon, Erica Hummins, representing Reading. Got Anthony in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Terry. Terry Anderson representing downtown. Good afternoon. Phyllis. Phyllis, good afternoon. I like the logo. Well, thank you. Thank you. I got a few of them. You got to have options. Got Lewis in the house. Good afternoon, Lewis. Appreciate you. Shirley. Got my cousin checking in from Charlotte, representing Charlotte today. All right. Thanks for checking us out. Ron. Ron. I'm here, Ron. I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you for checking us out, Ron. I appreciate you. We got, who's this? This is Brent checking us out, representing Dallas, Texas. Good afternoon. Tria representing, hold on, it didn't click on Tria. Representing Columbia Township, and Janice in the house. Good afternoon, Janice. Good afternoon, Janice. I hope ain't nobody jealous that Janice is my favorite, what is it? Watcher, listener, participator, period. I hope ain't nobody jealous about that. We got Janice in the house. We got Ben in the house. Good afternoon, Ben. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking us out. He say he repping Ridge via Loveland. All right. Loveland in the house. Brenda checking us out, representing Fairfield. All right. Ron wants to know what's up with all that gray in your hair. Just pops out my head that way. I'm not one of them, vanity people. Like, I'm not getting them dudes to paint my head, getting no Beijing so my head be black so that my hair is black. I'm not doing all of that stuff. This is the way it pops out of my head. Now, you know what I'm saying? If I was acting, because I know I do a little bit of acting too. If I was acting and they needed me to play a role, so they needed me to dye my hair, I would dye my hair for that. But that's really the only reason. You ain't gonna ever, at least I don't think you are ever gonna see me get no injections. You know what I'm saying? I got some lines when I scrunch up my forehead. I got lines. I ain't never getting no injection. They got them fibers they can use to go across and straighten out my hairline. Bro, my hairline been like this since I was a little bitty kid. It's going to be like that. It is what it is. And my hair, eventually just very gradually it started growing in. And there's a gray string here, a gray strand there, a gray strand here. Next thing you know, I got a lot of gray. It's not as noticeable. It's noticeable, but it don't jump out at you as much when I keep my hair cut shorter. Or I guess I should say when I cut my hair shorter, it don't jump out as much. But because it's kind of scraggly, that's, as it gets a little longer on the sides and I can grip it and pull it and stuff, it jumps out at you a little more. But you want to know what's up with it? It just grows out my head that way. I got a lot of abilities, but I can't just and get it to be black. It don't work. I tried it. I think I bust a vessel in my eye trying to do that. So it is what it is. Um, got. Hold on, let me go back. Go back. Stop. Go back. Got Nat. Nat in the house. Good afternoon. He's representing Madville. Um, yeah, this is a no Beijing zone. Yeah, don't do it. Carlton in the house. Good afternoon, Carlton. Good afternoon. Cleopatra Jones. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Uh, Ron says, you know you got that just for men. Wait, are you insinuating I might be dyeing my hair gray? Is that the insinuation? I'm dyeing it gray, like I'm going the exact opposite of everybody else. Like my hair is really jet black, but because I'm in my 50s, I gotta dye it gray. I'm not sure if that's what you're saying. I don't know that that's reasonable. Regina, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Regina. Got Phyllis in the house. Phyllis says, you like it, I love it. All right. Sierra, good afternoon, Sierra. Good afternoon. Got Chelsea in the house. Good afternoon, Chelsea. Good afternoon. Pamela, good afternoon, Pamela. Good afternoon. And we got Lewis, also known to some of you as CK. He's in the house. He's representing Woodward. McConnell, good afternoon. Good afternoon. And Veronica, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, we got Maria. She's representing North College Hill. And Lamont jumped in there, representing Westwood. Good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to everyone. If this is your first time ever watching, my name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm the king of talk. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Hold on. Y'all don't laugh at my belly. I got a shirt to prove it. I'm the king of talk. All discussion ends there. Period. I'm the king of talk. If you don't believe me, I got a shirt to prove it. Did everybody see? Did anybody see that bridge collapse? Like, I know we all saw but did everybody actually see the collapse? That looks scary. Because I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the bridge, and what they said, it was like 5 cars on the bridge or something like that. I can see the cars. I can see the cars. And just, can you imagine you on the bridge, minding your own business, driving, and the bridge just collapsed? Oh my goodness. That is, and it just looked, again, all I keep thinking about is just what's going on in the mind of the people at 1:30 in the morning, driving on the bridge, just going from point A to point B. From point A to point B. And just the bridge completely collapses. Now, yeah, a barge hit it. But, oh my goodness. Okay, if you hadn't seen it, somebody, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I'm sorry. I got to show it. Because that's what we do. Let me see if I can get this up here right. No sound. There won't be any sound. See the cars on the bridge. There were cars on that bridge driving. Oh, let me see. Barge comes in, hits it. Oh my goodness. If you were in your car driving on that bridge, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like, man, that is horrible. That is horrible. I, look, see, you know what I'm saying? I got like a heart for people who, through no fault of their own, like I got a heart for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nothing bad happen to anybody. But, man, you doing nothing. That's minding your own business. Like if you involved in some stuff. If you involved in some stuff. Some people get what they deserve. That sounds bad, don't it? If you're involved in stuff, some people get what they deserve. But what if you're not? Hold on, it's playing a commercial now. Stop. What if you're not involved in anything and you just mind your own business? It's the reason why we get bothered when innocent bystanders get hurt. Because if you're not doing anything to nobody, you should be all right, right? Man, just craziness. Daryl says, who was navigating that barge? Who was navigating that barge? Carlton says, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but that looks like a direct hit to me. Well, I mean, it was a direct hit on the bridge. Yeah, a lot of lawsuits coming. Yeah. It's horrible. But, okay, I can't tell you who was navigating the barge. I can't tell you who was navigating the barge. But apparently, the issue was that the barge lost power a couple times. The barge lost power a couple of times heading into there. Apparently, that, you know, that's what they're reporting, is that was the issue. So it wasn't like, I mean, maybe whoever is in charge of doing whatever, maintaining it, maybe. But yeah, it lost power. They saw smoke. Ben is saying it was electrical fire. But yeah, the power went out. Hold on. I can show you better than I can tell you. I can show you better than I can tell you. Hold on. This is another one. But they're actually going to point out when the barge loses power. See the barge over there on the left-hand side of the screen coming in. See all the cars driving across. Boom, lights go out. This is sped up just a little bit. Then they get power back. As you can see, the smoke lost power again. Power came back on. But it's too late. Boom, you see the impact. And you see the bridge collapse. Yeah. I feel so bad for everybody who was driving across that bridge. Terrible. Terrible. Somebody got to get the blame. I don't know who's going to get the blame, but somebody's going to get some blame for this. And I guess rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? You took out a bridge, and you know what? They say like 7 people ended up going in. 2 of the people, they, was all right. And now they're searching for the other 5. That was the last that I heard. But yeah. So for the people who were on that bridge in their cars, minding their own business, who either went in that water and, maybe never come out, or the ones who went in the water and came out. I just, if you believe in prayer and all that kind of stuff, you pray for them. But my heart definitely goes out to them. And man, that's just terrible and sad. Terrible and sad. I didn't get a chance to see what the president said about it. But, they got to rebuild that bridge now. So money got to be allocated to that. Did I say allocated? Money has to be allocated for that. So just nothing. Things don't stop. What else is going on today? Ben says the one guy must have warrants. He refused medical treatment. That don't necessarily mean you got warrants. Like, if you cool, I mean, thinking, you in the car, you driving. I believe what they said the dude was like a over-the-road truck driver, right? Boom, your vehicle go in. You somehow, you get out. You swim to the shore. You like, woo, you good, though. So you like, woo. And they like, you need a doctor? You're like, no, I'm cool. I mean, I'm going to have to explain something. I don't know what to do. And I think what dude said, I'm just go home. I'm going to go home and lay down. Like, I'm cool. I'm straight. I don't know. Just, if you don't need medical treatment, you refuse the medical treatment. Bit my tongue. I did hear earlier today. Hold on, I'll get to Diddy Daryl. I won't Diddy Daryl. I'll get to the conversation about Diddy. All right. But I heard earlier today there was a shooting. And I guess police were questioning, and the question was asked like 12,000 times. Davis Denise wanted to see the t-shirt. Oh, it just says I'm the king of talk. That's it. Simple shirt. I got a couple more coming. But I didn't want to wear them all today. But why don't they say who shot him? 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 Look. There's a lot of different reasons why people do what they do. There's a lot of different reasons. Oh, by the way, the next one, there'll be a crown. See, this stuff is like backwards. But I guess I could look at the shirt. There'll be a crown sitting on top of the king. But that's a different shirt. But it's not necessarily a street code or all of that kind of stuff. It's not necessarily that. I think I've told this story before. I knew a guy. We was cool. We didn't grow up together. I met him at work. And I'll answer that as well, Daryl. Don't let me forget to answer. But I met him at work. And, we became cool. We was never like best friends, but we were cool. And he had a decent job, but he was also living foul. It's just the truth. And he got shot. Police, he knew who did it. He went to the hospital. He survived. Police asked him who did it. They questioned him, the circumstances surrounding it, everything. He didn't tell. because he didn't want to be a snitch. That didn't happen. Oh, it's the street code. We don't tell. No. You know why he told me he didn't tell? I asked him, like, why didn't you just tell him? Like it was Rayshawn, you know? He lived at 1924 Main Street. His mama name is, you know what I'm saying? Tell. He said, no, bro. I deal with it. I don't need no police handling my business for me. I deal with it. I know who them ends are. I know where they stay. I know where they be. It'll get handled. That's why he did not tell. That's simple. He gonna handle it himself. Now, sadly, not too long after that, a few months later, he got shot again, and this time he didn't make it. But, you know, it ain't always some, you know, code of the streets. And they said they gonna get his mom if he didn't. Sometimes I want to get my leg back, like Davis Denise said. That's how it be sometimes. That's how it be sometimes. Hold on, I saw a couple comments I wanted to address. Y'all know I like to address the comments. The Baltimore ship accident is not a good look for President Biden in the middle of his octogenarian campaign. Why not? Hold on. Are you telling me that Trump supporters, Republicans, Biden detractors are somehow blaming Joe Biden for a barge hitting a bridge? That's Joe Biden's fault? In your mind, and this is a question I'm asking, in your mind, the barge bridge thing is Joe Biden's fault? Help me understand how you tying it together. That's what I'm not saying you right. I'm not saying you wrong. I ain't here to shame nobody. I be wanting to understand the mindset between this. Jason says a barge, a ship you mean. I'm fairly certain that would be considered a barge. It's a ship carrying thousands and thousands of containers on it. Don't we typically call that a barge? I mean, we can split hairs if we want to, but I've always grown up calling that a barge. A cargo ship. It is, see, y'all make me do this stuff. Y'all make me do this stuff. Let me see. Barge. Hey, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me do it here. Y'all make me do this stuff. Y'all try to, you know, little stuff. Barge, a flat-bottom boat for carrying freight, typically on canals and rivers. It's a barge, Ian. Let's see. Drop Squad.
What's up, Emanuel? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm glad Wyatt mentioned you was coming up because I got two things to answer your question about the post that you have, my comment, and I typed in a response. And can you see the response that I typed in, or you want me to say it?
You go ahead and say it.
Okay. The reason I say that is because the accident can be weaponized by pro-Trump political action committees. It can be weaponized by the RNC. It can be weaponized by the Trump campaign. It can be weaponized by influencers and content creators on podcasts, social media platforms. That's what I mean by that question or that statement.
But I don't understand how. Like, how do you perceive that the Republicans can use a barge running into a bridge to somehow make Joe Biden look bad?
Okay, the same way they use the word that came out of a white male Democrat congressman, it got weaponized. When he said he misspoke when he was addressing a black Republican on the floor, he said this jigaboo. Okay.
Right, but that's hold on.
He meant to say bugaboo.
But drop squad.
Now, Randall.
Drop squad. Drop.
Yes,
that
sir.
is totally different. That's something that someone actually said. That's different than a daggone barge hitting a bridge. I'm asking honestly, how do you blame or?
Okay, I'll give you another example, a better example. Okay, let's say there was a fight in Cincinnati at the mall or whatever. Okay, white people against black people. Somebody got hurt. The day before, Trump had a rally in Dayton, Ohio.
Again,
the politicians.
Hold on, stop.
And,
that example makes no sense with regard to a barge hitting a bridge.
Then that means you don't understand politics. Maybe somebody in the chat can explain about.
Again, I'm asking you. I'm asking you to explain it to me. I'm asking.
I am. You. It ain't my fault you don't understand it unless you've been intellectually lazy.
No, but what you're saying, they don't go together. It doesn't make sense. It's not. Are you?
Then why did they do it?
That would make sense.
Emanuel, when you know good and well that Trump's rally had nothing to do with the incident that occurred the day after.
Are you that example would make sense if Joe Biden maybe had just given a speech on safety in terms of mass transit on rivers or something like that, and the infrastructure. If Joe Biden had just finished saying,
Transportation Department, Emanuel, is that ship and that waterway part of the Department of Transportation led by Mayor Pete Buttigieg?
I'm not sure who that is, so I would say no.
He's the transportation secretary. He's been on TV explaining all the stuff that's been happening the last 2 years.
You're giving out misinformation.
You're giving
out misinformation.
No, I'm not.
You are.
What about all the delays at the airports, airline companies having to be sued? All this stuff was connected to the Department of Transportation led by Mayor Pete Buttigieg.
That's it. That's bad information. You're giving out misinformation. Please don't give out misinformation. Because you know that's not that man's name. So that's misinformation. You're intentionally misleading the people with regard to that man's name. So stop it.
No, it's a pronunciation.
Right. So that's misinformation because you know that's not the pronunciation.
No, when I see his name, that's the way.
Wait, you really believe? Hold on. You really believe?
That's how I see it.
Wait, you really believe that's the pronunciation?
Just like Kamala.
Do you believe that that's the accurate pronunciation?
The same letters. Emanuel.
Do you believe that's the accurate pronunciation?
Why are you trying to distract?
So stop giving out. No, you're trying to distract by giving out misinformation. So let's deal with actual information.
What is his name? What is his name?
His name is Buttigieg.
Okay, I thought it was Buttigieg.
No, you didn't.
I heard him say Buttigieg.
No, you didn't. You've never heard him say that.
Yes, I did.
No,
see, there you go.
Didn't.
Oh, now you're telling me what I heard.
I'm telling you with 100% certainty,
sir.
You've never heard that man call himself Buttigieg. But back to the point. If we just watched a video where it's clear that the power went out on the barge, ship, whatever you want to call it, the floating mode of transportation. The power went out. So that's somehow Joe Biden's fault? That he should have somehow known ahead of time that the power was going to go out, and as the president, he should have called the person who was guiding the ship and said, hey, your power going to go out in 20 minutes, so steer clear of that bridge. Like, that's what I'm saying. The logic behind it doesn't make sense. Now, do I agree people will try, kind of like what you're doing, people will try to tie it to Biden, but people with good sense will look at it and say, there's no way that you can tie that to Joe Biden. He's not responsible. Reasonable people will see that. Only political hacks will try to tie Joe Biden to, like, there's a lot of stuff, and that's why I don't understand. Look, if you don't like Joe Biden, you can find something to say. But see,
Emanuel, I'm sorry, but anyway, Emanuel.
Yes.
You, first of all, don't understand political strategy, okay?
Oh.
And the persuasion of the electorate. Now, to act as if you do not remember or recall when any incident that happened in America from 2016 to 2020, they tied it to Trump. I'm talking about his opposition, his opponents in the Republican Party, Democrat, media, corporate America, wherever. Every incident was blamed on Trump.
Well, I don't think that's true.
But let me finish.
I'm going to interject because I think it's supposed to be a conversation. Oh, you done?
No, I was waiting for you to finish.
Oh, so you don't want to have a conversation?
I'm having a conversation with you.
No one has a conversation. No non-barbarian has a conversation like that.
When you have a conversation with someone and someone interjects, you give the other person the opportunity to let them go ahead and speak.
But a reasonable
let
person.
me finish this up, and then I'll let you.
A reasonable person understands when someone interjects that. Emmanuel, that don't mean you pause for an additional 30 seconds.
This is what you do.
I'm trying to have a regular conversation.
That you oppose. You distract.
I don't oppose you. I don't understand what you're saying.
Bull stuff that
I don't understand the nonsense that you're saying, and I think the way to hash it out is through an actual conversation, not you talk for 30 seconds and then I'll wait for 30 seconds and then you talk for 30. Like, actual conversations don't go like that. They just don't.
Well, you interrupted me.
Okay, well, so you don't want to have a conversation. So here's what I'll do.
But if I'm having a conversation, you don't interrupt me.
It's not called interrupting. It's called a conversation.
Okay, let's start. Because this is what you do. But hosts sometimes have a tendency to distract away from the initial question at hand, because people just coming in, they don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about how politicians and political operatives weaponize incidents, tragedy to use against their opponent during an election. I'm gonna give you one more, and then I'm gonna go.
Can you try to make it a decent example?
Okay. Do you remember? I think it was Hurricane Sandy that happened in New Jersey.
I do.
Okay, and President Obama was the president.
Uh-huh.
And Christie was the governor.
Right. I remember all that.
Okay. You remember all this. And everybody said, don't go. Don't go. Don't accept Obama. He's running for president. This incident's going to make him look good.
Again, I can tell.
Or do I have to mention Katrina?
Wait, I can tell what you're about to say is going to be nonsensical. Because an example of that would be, how did they blame Barack Obama for Hurricane Sandy? Because that's what we're talking about.
No, I'm talking about using an event, okay, that has nothing to do directly with the politician, okay? But in a political campaign, you're trying to change the hearts and minds of the voters, that independent, that undecided. So you weaponize a story like this to make people think, well, could President Biden have done something? Was the ship in the right place? Was this a DEI hire? Was this someone qualified? Was this a rogue captain? See, we don't know all these details yet. That's why the operatives pounce. Okay, so they create a narrative. Don't you hear Democrats always saying, oh, we got to get the message out. Black people don't know how good they done had it under President Joe Biden. We got to get the narrative. That's it. I would love to come on your show and explain political strategy to you, because there's going to be a lot of it this year.
Well, I think you could come on and I could explain political strategy to you.
But okay, that's fine.
Okay.
But that answers the original question.
It doesn't.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I haven't seen it happen yet. But I guarantee you, if I turn on Fox or something, or Newsmax or some other Republican conservative outlet, I'm pretty sure it's already happened. Because, like I said, it's part of the transportation department, or it's part of whatever it is. It happened on his watch during an election year where he's not doing that well during his octogenarian campaign. So thank you for taking my call, Emanuel. It's been a while, but like I said, bro, it's an election year. I can't wait. And thank you for taking my call. And shout out to everybody in the chat, because that's where all the action at.
All right.
Peace out.
All right. That was Drop saying some stuff. Probably 80% of it was just straight nonsense. And I don't know. Look, I'm not denying that there will be some people who will say nonsense with regard to this. I'm not denying that will happen. I'm just saying, from a reasonable person, a reasonable mind, how do you put this on Joe Biden? That's what I'm asking. Simple question. Ron.
From a reasonable mind.
Yes.
How can you put that on Joe Biden? And
how can I?
You can't put it on Joe Biden.
Okay.
You can't put it on him.
Okay.
The thing about it is, it's not about the barge hitting the bridge and it coming down. It's about how he handles it in the future going forward.
I agree with that.
Because with that bridge coming down, the transportation secretary and him are going to have to handle this with kid gloves, because first of all, nothing is coming in and out of that port right now. There's nothing that's coming in and out of that port probably for about 3 weeks. And Baltimore is known for all the restaurants in the wharf right there where they come in at. All those restaurants are going to suffer. And not only the restaurants going to suffer, everybody else going to suffer. I was telling my son, organized crime is going to be a trip right now because of that bridge coming down. And, it's the crime level is going to go up. The crime level is going to go up, and it's going to be, it's going to be a thing to help to him. It's going to be a thing to watch him try to handle this situation in Baltimore and try to handle this election at the same time. Now, we have a history of what they did in Hawaii and what they did in Palestine, Ohio. And I mean, it's not good. Those people still suffering in Hawaii, and we really don't even know what went on in Hawaii. And like I said, this situation in Baltimore is going to be heavy. So he's going to have to handle this with kid gloves. And if he handles it wrong, he can kiss this election goodbye. And God forbid, anything else happens. God forbid anything else happens.
What do you mean?
And one other thing.
Hold on, before you go to the one
thing.
other thing. What do you mean, God forbid anything else happen?
I mean, God forbid anything else happen. I mean, he's dealing with the border crisis. God forbid one of these people that come in, in the border, does something that is detrimental to the United States. Terrorist attack, anything. They tried. They tried to put that. What was her name? Lincoln. That the chick that immigrant beat her face in.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't know her name.
Okay, well, they already tried to put that on him. If anything else happened, and he has to deal with that situation in Baltimore, he ain't gonna be able to handle that. First of all, the one other thing is, I don't think an election is gonna happen. I told you this before. I don't think an election is gonna happen in 2020. Just don't think it.
I'm fairly certain that there's gonna be an election.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so. I really hope so. But I'm not. It's not anything that I'm banking on.
What makes you believe that an election might not happen?
Well, I mean, like I said, I told you this before. If they it's articles in the Constitution where if they declare a declaration of war, he can do a wartime president, and a wartime president, they don't have an election. They do not have an election.
That's not true. But again,
all right, because again, you would say that
because it's true.
You won't have no you won't have no facts.
I have facts.
I done looked it up.
Hold on.
Okay.
Was there an election during the Vietnam War?
It wasn't a declaration of war. That was a police action. Vietnam.
Was there an election during the Civil War?
That was a peace action.
What?
That was a peace action. The Vietnam War.
I said, was there an election during the Civil War?
Come on, man. I mean,
I'm asking a simple question.
You asked me a question.
We gotta go through the wars.
I told you.
Was there an election during the Civil War?
I don't know if there was an election during the Civil War.
I believe there was.
No, I don't believe that.
Well, let's see.
Prove it.
Hold on, we're gonna look it up.
I mean, I don't doubt you, but I don't believe that. But you can look it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. We gonna look it up. Because there may not have been.
Okay.
But go ahead. As I look it up, I don't want to just sit here in silence.
Okay. Well, anyway, I just said I don't believe there will be an election in 2024 because the fact of
let's see. Hold on. Okay, I can answer you now. How many presidential elections were held during the Civil War era? Well, that just says era. But there were two presidential elections, 1860 and 1864.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Well, that was a Civil War, and that wasn't war against another country.
It's a war. It's a war.
Yeah, but that was a Civil War. That That wasn't a war against another country.
They're gonna
That
hold.
was not a war against another country.
There's
That
gonna
was not
be
a war against another country.
Ron, there's gonna
that was
be
not a war against
there's
another
gonna
country.
be
But that was
a
not a
war.
war.
I mean, there's gonna be an election, man.
That was not
I
a
don't
war.
even understand. I don't even understand the.
Can we do it? Can we do it simple? Can we do it simple?
What
Can we do it simple?
What we want to do simple?
Is there a declaration of war that can prevent a presidential election? Is there a declaration of war that can prevent a presidential election? Now, anyway, they battling too hard against Trump to not let him get in there. They've done any and everything to that man. I mean, they tried to take his property, everything, and we can debate on, whatever, a crime or whatever, but I mean, he ain't been convicted of nothing, and presidents are dirty. Everybody in politics, everybody is dirty.
Okay, hold on.
Everybody is dirty.
Hold on. I want to answer your question.
Joe Biden.
I want to answer your question because I don't want us walking away confused.
Okay.
Does the president have the constitutional power to suspend the election in a national emergency or with the emergency powers to suspend elections at a war? No, the Constitution gives the government no authority to suspend elections. The states have the power to change election dates, and Congress sets that precedent. Congress sets that precedent. Congress takes office. Only the length of the term of office is set by the Constitution. During the Civil War, World War II, and Vietnam, elections were held.
That was police action. Well, I'll look it up myself.
Okay.
And everything you tell me.
World War II was not a police action. That was an actual war.
Wrong.
Hold on. Was World War II a police action as well, or was it an actual war?
That was actual war.
Right, and they held elections.
Hey, man. Okay.
Don't be mad at me.
Like I said, I do not believe it will be a 2024 election because there is an article now, and I'll find it in the Constitution where they can suspend elections.
All right.
If there is a declaration of war, I'll find it and I'll go ahead and share it on your page.
Okay.
Now, like I said.
I don't understand why you believe it, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, because like I said, y'all can you can feel how you want to feel about Trump, and it ain't about Trump. It's about somebody.
It's definitely about
Trump. And it's the truth. Do you know there is a deep state, right?
Define what a deep state is.
A deep state, right?
Define what a deep state is.
A deep state is the people that funnel the money, that run the actual government, that the people that push the president's buttons and everybody else's buttons in the government. There is a deep state, right?
If you say so.
No, there is a deep state, right?
I don't know that to be true. How would you know that there's a deep? Ron.
Well.
Can I? I'll answer. You don't want me to
research?
Oh my God.
But research,
Ron. What research? Ron. What
research?
Ron. Ron. Ain't the deep state a secret?
Yes. No, the deep state isn't a secret no more.
So who's the deep state? If it's not a secret, who is it? If it's not a secret, Ron, if it's not a
Just
secret,
like that
who is
dude
it?
from Boeing that was set to testify? Them motherfuckers put him in the truck and off his ass.
Ron.
Off his ass. And they know that the deep state did that shit.
Ron.
They know.
Ron.
We all know.
Ron.
So ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it.
Ron.
I mean,
Ron.
it's a trip. Like
Ron.
I said.
Ron.
Okay.
Who's in the deep state?
Okay.
Ron.
People with money.
Who?
People with money.
Who? Name them.
People with money.
Name them.
People like the CEO of BlackRock. People like that. I can't recall his name offhand. But people like the CEO of BlackRock and Vanguard. The people that really, really run the world.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I mean, you don't know that?
No, I don't.
I mean,
now,
so
hold on.
you don't
See, here's
know,
the
you
difference,
don't know.
Ron. See, here's the difference.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Ron, here's the difference. I can say that I believe that there are people behind the scenes. Can I get it out?
Yeah.
Can I get it out?
Yeah,
I can
go
say that I believe, that's a key word, I believe that there are people behind the scenes manipulating things and pulling strings, right?
Yeah.
But you're saying you don't just believe it, you know it for a fact. Well, if you know it for a fact, then you should be able to name the people, right?
Man, I can go ahead and Google the names and all that other stuff. I can Google the name of the CEO of BlackRock.
And you can tell me what they did, right? You can tell me what they did and who they manipulated.
Man, listen to me.
You believe it. But Ron, believe it or not, I believe it.
Okay.
Ron, hold on. Let me say this, because this is what y'all don't understand. Y'all go too far sometimes. I believe that this stuff happens. But I'm not sitting here telling you I know this stuff for a fact and trying to come on. You don't know this stuff. These are what we call conspiracy theories, and you have wholeheartedly bought in.
I know. Okay. Bye, Emanuel.
All right, Ron. All right. Look, I believe in a lot of these conspiracy theories. I do. There's a difference between believing something and knowing something. There's a difference. And I wholeheartedly believe it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know for a fact and, the deep state. You know there's a deep state. No. I believe that there are influential people with money who, use that money for influence. And I believe money is very influential to a lot of our political leaders. So in that sense, if that's what you defining as the deep state, sure. But again, that's what I believe. You when you take it to the next level and say, I know it to be a fact, then you should have more information than just conspiracy theories. That dude who was supposed to testify, and then they took him and he disappeared. Who did it? The deep state. Who did it? Well, now a CEO of some company. Come on. You heard deep state a lot from Trump and other Republicans who were following him. And they can throw anybody in the deep state. Bill Barr, he was the attorney general towards the end. Bill Barr was a great guy until he disagreed with Donald Trump. And then out of nowhere, he part of the deep state. When? He became a part of the deep state when he didn't agree that the election was stolen. That's when he became part of the deep state. I'm not even saying that the deep state don't exist. That's not what I'm saying. It very well might. I believe it probably does. Just not necessarily in this way that all these other people, all of these conspiracy theorists believe it. Because if you believe it's just whatever, then again, anybody can be in it. Anybody you disagree with is a part of the deep state. Anybody that don't go along with you is part of the deep state. Y'all do know they said Attorney General Barr was part of the deep state. You know that, right, Ron? When former Attorney General William Barr said that he did not see any evidence that the election was stolen, they start calling him a part of the deep state. And that when you make it this, sorry, my vocabulary ain't large enough to accurately describe what I'm saying. But when you make it part of this thing where it's not clearly defined and nobody knows who the people are, it's just kind of out there floating around. You can put anybody in it or take anybody out of it at any point. Deep state. It sounds scary. It sounds scary from a political standpoint. Part of the deep state. I looked it up. Deep state, a body of people, typically influential members of government agencies or the military, believed to be involved in the secret manipulation or control of government policy. And that could be anybody. Anybody. Nebulous was the word I was looking for. I had to look it up because I didn't want to use it wrong. It's this nebulous thing. You can't describe it. It's vague. It's deep state. Come on. And with all of that said, and again, Drop Squad has a point. He has a point. There probably will be some political hack who attempts to blame President Biden for that boat crashing into that bridge. But everybody would almost everybody will see through that and say, yeah, that's a political hack. Like Ron said, that depends on how they handle this. Like, Drop. I'm going to try an example. I'm going to try to make it work. Remember when coronavirus happened? Nobody could blame Donald Trump for the coronavirus. But the way he handled it, it became his thing. He did a poor job handling it. So people didn't blame Donald Trump for the virus. People blamed Donald Trump for the virus getting out of control and the way he handled it. So if people begin to blame Joe Biden for the bridge collapse, that would be hacky. If Joe Biden does a horrible job in terms of communicating and, trying to help out, like if Joe Biden came out and said, the bridge should be back up tomorrow, don't worry about it. And then, yeah, you could, like, what is wrong with this guy? Get him out of there. Because Donald Trump said that the virus would just go away when it got warm. And clearly it did. So that's what, if Joe Biden does some nonsense. Did I say Joe Biden said? Trump said the virus would go away when it got warm. So if Joe Biden come out and start saying ridiculous stuff about it, then, yeah, politically, he'll take a hit. But I'm telling you, I think all of the kind of Republican operatives are saying that, hey, everything is good. The Biden is so far behind and Trump is so far ahead, and basically it's a foregone conclusion that Trump is going to be elected and blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure that y'all have y'all finger on the pulse of what's happening. I'm not sure about that. I think it's going to be much closer than everybody is saying. Oh, wait a minute. Ron is having a fit. He gave PPP and PPE and respirators to everybody who didn't have them. It's not true. And did an emergency declaration to do it. He also did an emergency declaration, Operation Warp Speed, to get a resolution and get a virus chiller. He listened to everybody else, and he was stupid to listen to them because everybody they said was false and everything he said was real. You just didn't. That's where it ended. He said a lot of stupid stuff, and he did a lot of stupid stuff. He lied. He lied to people. He did and said a lot of nonsense. Look, I don't know how I feel about the PPP and PPE loans and all that kind of stuff. Of course, some of that stuff, they gave people loans. People took advantage of it. And some people, this part gonna sound crazy. Some people who were wealthy got PPP loans, like millions of dollars in PPP loans. That's not necessarily the bad part. They got them forgiven. Yes, government-backed loans forgiven. And there's no outcry about that. Student loans, on the other hand, that's different. What? You're going to forgive people loans? If you get a loan, you got to repay it. That's just the way it is. You got to repay it. What's wrong with these people? They're all entitled, think that the government owes them something. You took out the loan. You took the responsibility. You signed your name. You should have to repay it. My taxes shouldn't go to repaying your loan. PPP loans, well, that's different. See, we were in a bad time and, we needed the money and, they forgave the loan. So why are we even talking about those? Everybody got a different standard when it's not them. But that wasn't what we were talking about. That wasn't what we were talking about. It's okay to forgive certain loans, but not other ones. Ron's having an argument with me. It's no outcry about the PPP loans that Biden gave out. That's why it's a difference between student loans. I don't care who gave out the PPP loans. See, like, that's where we differ. Because I understand that both sides are flawed. Both sides are flawed, Ron. So if Trump gave out PPP loans and Biden gave out PPP loans, and then they forgave those loans, those were loans that got forgiven. A lot of them to wealthy people. So if we okay with forgiving loans that the government stands behind, why are we not okay with it on the student loan tip? But all right. I said I was gonna get to the Diddy situation. Look, this whole Diddy situation, I think, is about to get real messy. I think it's about to get real messy. Now, look, don't get me wrong. I ain't been like reading up on it. Here's all I know. All I know is Diddy was accused by some people of doing some bad stuff. Some sexual harassment and different things and some, a lot of sexual stuff. The R word. He was accused of doing a lot of stuff. But he settled with the one girl. What was her name? Cassie, whatever. But he's been sued a few more times, I believe. At the very least accused. I know he's been sued, but he's been accused of stuff. And for whatever reason, people from Homeland Security raided his homes. That's about the extent of it. I read that, but he had a private plane that went to, where did the private plane go to? I'm gonna say Antigua, but I don't know if that's correct. It went somewhere, but allegedly he wasn't on the plane. He wasn't on the plane. But I heard somebody saying later on, like, Diddy left the country. Like, no, I didn't know Diddy left the country. But basically now there's a federal investigation. Clearly, there's a federal investigation. I'm not 100% sure what they're investigating. It might be some money laundering stuff. All I know, I don't know. I heard earlier today that Prince Harry was somehow entangled in all this. Like he was on some list of stuff with Diddy. Prince Harry? Ain't that the prince that married the chick from Suits? What's her name? What is her name? Y'all tell me her name, because I don't know her name. But yeah, they say he involved. I'm like, Meghan, thank you, Lanana. Prince Harry, the one who married Meghan, and he involved in this? And y'all know, we heard about TD Jakes and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying it's true. But if I was freaking with Diddy on any level, I would be really concerned right now. Now, Aaron Hall should just take an unscheduled trip to a country that does not have an extradition treaty or something. Like, Because apparently, this is going to get messy. I don't know who did what with who or to who. I don't know. I'm not here to act like I know. I'm not here. Look, I'm one of these people. And this sounds crazy to people. But, and I'm a jump subjects, but not really. I'm not one of these people who like to see people go to jail. Now, some of y'all be, send him to jail. Send him to jail. If you dare to go to jail, well, they need to be in jail. Doesn't need to be in jail. I'm not on the whole sin. I'm not that big on taking people's freedom away. If you do something and you're a danger to society, and this is what I believe jail should be for. You are a danger to society. If you are out amongst the people, you might hurt somebody in some way, shape, or form. So we have to put you in an area where you can't hurt nobody. And the area that we have for that is jail. You harming kids. We got to protect kids from you. And we don't trust that we can monitor it and all of that kind of stuff. We don't believe we have the ability to stop you from harming kids other than locking you in a place where we know you're not going to hurt kids. That's what jail should be for. I mean, not just kids. Like, you keep stealing people money. And for whatever reason, there's nothing we can do to stop you from, you're a danger to these people. And if we let you continue to walk freely, you're going to keep stealing people money and putting them in a position where they can't keep themselves taken care of. So we have to put you in this place to protect the people from you. That's what I believe jail should be for. So I'm not one of these people, I want to see people go to jail. I don't necessarily want to see Donald Trump go to jail. Do I believe he lied to get better rates with the loans and all that kind of stuff? Yeah, I do. I believe he did. I don't necessarily think that makes him a danger to me or to society as a whole. Punishing, fining, whatever. Monitoring, whatever, but I don't necessarily think he should go to jail for that. Take his money from him. That's the punishment, right? You take his money. So I don't know what they're investigating Diddy for. I really don't. If he's a danger to, if he's running around raping people, put him in jail. You got to protect the people. Now, I'll be honest. This is not going to sound good. I have to think, do I want to say this? See, there's a part of me, I'm still not sure if I want to say it. Because it don't sound good, even though it's honestly what I think and how I feel. But it don't sound good. Look, these are all ifs because I don't know any of these details. These are ifs. If Diddy and TD Jakes are having consensual sex, let them two men do what they do. We ain't gotta like it. If Diddy has I'm going to say an employee. You were an engineer at the studio. And did he just keep talking out of pocket to you and everything, and you keep letting it slide because he paying you a lot of money? And then he kind of manipulate you into doing some sexual stuff. And you like, I feel taken advantage of. Afterwards, that might kind of be on you. Because when he was talking out of pocket, you shouldn't have allowed it. And you shouldn't have allowed you a grown man. And you shouldn't have allowed yourself to get manipulated because this is a powerful person with money. I mean, he's forcefully taking people against their will to some place, and him and Aaron Hall is having sex with them against their will. They should be in jail. But now if he's smooth talking you out the draws, and then afterwards you like, I didn't really want to do it. But I don't know that he should be in jail for that. So it is a lot of different things that go into it. Details matter. Details matter. I don't know where I am on it again because I don't have all the details. There is a part of me that's kind of tired. I have to throw this in. If he's drugging people and then having sex with drugged people, he should be in jail. Gotta protect people from stuff like that. I'm minding my own business, having a drink with you, and next thing I know, I wake up naked and my booty hurt. You know what I'm saying? No, that's bad. Protect me from him. He drugged me. Like, what? I need protection from that. I should be able to be comfortable having my drink and not be worried about it knocking me out so somebody can do some sexual stuff to me. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? If you getting finessed out the draws, then that's kind of on you. But he was Diddy. Why am I supposed to say no to Diddy? Yes. You want to have sex with him? No, I didn't want to have sex with him. Then you should have said no to him. But that's Diddy. Did you want to have sex with him? No. Then you should have said no to him. But how am I going to say no to Diddy? You say no. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. But I mean, he offered me an opportunity of a lifetime to be, oh well, you should have said no. That's what come with it? No. Again, I'm not including the underage people. I said if you underage and you doing stuff, you got to protect the kids. So underage, period. There's a hard wall there. Underage, off limits. You can't finesse underage out the draws. You can't pay underage out the draws. You can't sweet talk underage out the draws because they underage. You messing with underage, period. I'm talking about of age, grown people saying, I was his whatever. I can't remember what the dude was. That's why I keep saying engineer. I don't know that he was an engineer. And he took advantage of me. Like, did he forcefully? Because I see you, Marquetta. She said to keep telling you, bigger and stronger than you will do bad things to people. That's why there's a dip. Even if you're grown, if they forcefully taking stuff, that's bad. I'm just drawing some lines in the sand. Because everything ain't the same. Twin.
What's up, young blood?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. Calm down my pressure, man. Let the devil take over me, but I'm cool now.
Oh.
Had to take me a break. What's up, man?
And what's up? They messing with you at the job?
Nah, man, them punk ass little wannabe callers on that yo uncle show. Push one of my buttons and stuff. I had to clear the airways on Wyatt's show. Let them little cooning ass Negroes. I ain't no joke out here.
I missed it. What happened?
You just do the replay at the end of his show when he's about to go off. You see where I'm going, what my point is. I hate when people just want to get mad because you don't want to vote and all that. What they talking about it now? They ain't talking to me today about it, but they want to keep bringing my name up on the show about it. Just mind your damn business. I ain't tell you to go put on that dress and it's ugly and stuff, but you think it's cute? Come on, man, with that goofy stuff, man. People kill me out. Quit that coughing too, man. You scaring me.
All right, I'll quit.
Messed up or something?
No, I'll quit coughing.
Hey, no, I'm just joking with you, E-Man. I got to mess with you, Joe. Hey, E-Man.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
man, check this out. He knew it was coming, though. 50 Cent, though, man. 50 Cent will kill you if he want to. He know how to get the best of you. 50 put it out there. Oh, man, they raised P. Diddy joint and everything, and everybody like, what? And they, can I turn? Oh, the 6. I can't turn. Yeah, so 50 the one that put it out there. So, you know, they say, I believe in karma and I believe in you reap what you sow. So this what he reaping everything he did, man. Because, you know, how P. Diddy, people didn't even like going to his party and they talked about it. And everything, what they say is in the dark will come to the light, Emanuel. And that's what happened. It's manifesting itself. When you messed up big time, this is how I see it, Emanuel, in my opinion. When you got the big top notch, them Jews that run the rap game and everything, and you feel like, man, you messing up my money, and then you got the other people like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and whoever else, the big time that's over you that you gotta, report to. And this thing right here with Diddy, you was doing your thing and everything, you was getting down, but you left a goofy in here. You let a goofy in our circle.
Oh.
Now here come the people who killed Tupac, who killed Biggie. Now, that dude that's locked up, he probably out on bond. That Chief Keefy dude, the Crip dude, Blood, what is it? Whichever one he ride with. I forgot which one he under.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you let him in our circle. Now you got the feds raiding our joint. What's up with that, man? Hey, get rid of him. Hey, that's my stuff. No, you don't own Ciroc. This our product. Your name probably, we probably use your name for the fame, but this our shit. This ain't yours. Get your goofy Negro butt on the other side of the fence, boy. That's what they basically telling him. See, when you up there and you run this puppet show and you're doing them little rituals and all that little homosexual stuff, and then you wanna go around there doing the little young girls and stuff. You don't know if you want a girl or boy. One night you want a woman, then you want a little girl, then you want a boy, P. Diddy. We know you in the closet, man. We know you in the closet. Been there. People just ain't go constantly saying stuff about you. And not everything hitting the fan.
Hey, Twin. Twin.
What?
Man? Breathe for me, bro. You a little upset. I need you to relax.
I'm talking, man. If you just listen, that's what your point. You want to listen with dropping on there was trying to tell you something.
I'm
listening.
Trying
to be extra. That's not true. That's not true. You just like man. When somebody try to tell y'all stuff, y'all need to start listening.
Look.
Quit being like these Browns and stop nagging at the mouth all the time.
Oh my
Be
goodness.
quiet and listen.
Look, Twin.
All right, go ahead, man. This your show.
Twin, I'm listening.
What, man?
But you hollering and it.
I ain't hollering. That's how I talk, man. If you listen,
that is not how you. Twin.
Hey, man.
Twin.
You saw me in the morning time. That's why when I just woke up. And that's how you saw me. Come on, man. Quit being extra now.
Wait. So if it would have been the afternoon and I saw you in Perkins, you would have said, "What's up, Emanuel? How you doing?"
I would have said, "What's up, man? What up? What we about to do, Charlie?"
All
What
I'm
up,
saying
Joe?
is,
I would have been down there.
all I'm
man.
asking you is just
But listen,
bring it
though,
down a couple notches. That's it. Just a couple
all right,
notches.
man. You just all right, man. I'm just on this speaker thing driving. That's why you probably feel like I'm hard. It's probably loud and everything.
Okay.
And everything. But listen though for a minute. But that's how it is though, man. Things coming to the light, man. Just like little Cat Williams say, 24. This the year exposure, man. That with that shipyard, that ain't got nothing to do with biting, man. Things happen. We supposed to go. Let's say for instance, it's 90 degrees out here, man. But the weather, we out here on what's called got shorts and everything. The weatherman says it's gonna be 90 degrees and everything, but it turned out to be 70 and everything. But it ain't his fault, man. It ain't his fault for that goofy stuff. That things happen, man. We thought it was gonna be 90, but it's 70. So things happen. So it can't be on Biden's fault. None can't be on Trump's fault for that COVID. They knew that COVID was here. Even Obama knew the COVID was coming. They just told us to be on the hush hush. And then they tell you, it's so stupid, Emanuel. I got 20, 30 years in the game as a medical examiner. You gonna ask me, do I know how to sign a death certificate? What type of mess is that, man? I ain't never heard nothing like that. Now you tell that's goofy stuff right there. So man, to each his own. They get mad because you turning, you flipping Republican. You must going on Trump and all that. Man, I can care less about Trump or Biden. I'm voting for my best interest, man. If it feel like that man talking a good game, yeah, I'm going to roll with him. Put me in the game, coach. Yeah, what you need? Yeah, I'm going to roll. But you talking that nonsense? No, I ain't even coming to practice today. I'm going to stay home and stuff. Matter of fact, I'm going to do like the kids say. Hey, I ain't do my homework. The cat ate it. The dog ripped. That's what I'm going to act like, man. Because that's what they acting like, some little meows, man, out here. These Democrats, I just see how the way I talk to my people in Chicago and all over, man. Man, they tired of the nonsense, man. People woke, man. Black folks were little waking up, man, to this madness. And ain't nothing but mess running around here, man. Y'all be trying to push that little Democrat stuff. Man, you gonna lose this. Man, we ain't even got reparation 40 acres and a mule. You tell me when we go get it, player. You tell.
Well,
since everybody got the answer to tell me that.
Well, I'll tell you.
I know I go off.
Do you believe that we're gonna get it if we vote Republican?
I don't care if we vote Republican. We could have had it. We probably could have had it. Your boy was in there. What'd he do? He only did the white agenda affairs. That's what he did. Took out the LGB and what them white folks told his little puckered ass to do. You play this. You playing this chess. We can't teach your ass to play chess. You gonna play checkers for right now. Because we put you on that boardwalk and you play this chess, you got a number our ass and we back in the hole. That's what they told us. No, we go teach you a little bit about chess, but not all the way.
But twin,
yeah, man.
Twin, this becomes
there you go, Mr. Extra.
This becomes my question, right? Look, I agree. Democrats don't care nothing about you. They don't. But neither do Republicans. So my question becomes, you say, well, and I'm not saying you twins say, but people, like, I'm not going to vote for the Democrats no more. I'm going to vote Republican. Then you name what you want. Hold on, let me.
I might vote for that RJFK boy down there. I said
either way. Either way, again, I said I'm not saying you twin. I'm saying people.
I know.
So
I know. I ain't no dummy. I know what you saying.
So you say I'm not gonna vote for the Democrats. So I'm gonna vote for Republicans. The question becomes, what do you want? And not like you're like, well, all the stuff that I listen to you, believe it or not, and all of the stuff that I hear you say that you want, you're not gonna get it voting Democrat. You see that? You're not gonna get it voting Republican. You see, or you should see that, and you're not gonna get it voting for RFK.
We should see the whole scenario of it, man. Y'all Democrats y'all so-called come to the, even the NAACP.
I'm not a Democrat.
I don't care what you is. I'm just speaking in general, man.
Okay. Well, I misunstood because you
Look,
said y'all Democrats, which includes me.
You acting like one. Listen.
If I was acting like a
for
Democrat,
all
I
the
wouldn't be telling you that the Democrats don't care about you.
I don't know. You wishy-washy. 1 minute you on the other side, 1 minute you on that, man. You
I try to
Baptist
look
flavor,
at
man.
things and just be real about what's there.
Well, the way you sound and everything, what words come out your mouth, it seems like you more a Democrat. Every time lately you've been acting like Lincoln. You've been on that Trump stuff. Well, Trump did this. Well, Trump, you done said it 6 times
Because
today
he did.
on your show. You never mentioned Biden ass. You sure said Trump yesterday and today. You said
Because
50 times.
here's why.
Man, no, because-
And I don't understand how y'all don't understand this. If you say to me, I'm not voting for Biden because he did this, and that, I'm voting for Trump. It only is logical to say, well, Trump did this, and this. Why would I then say, well, Biden did this, and this too? You missed that? No, look at them all. Look at the good and the bad of all of them.
I try to do that, though, man. But I look at this, man. Back in the day, in the 90s, what can I say, the 90s and stuff, no, really getting money and the Democrats was a little strong. Man, we ain't had none of this, man. The Democrats were strong, man. I can't say that and stuff, especially local Democrats, man. Because in Chicago, they would definitely eat off us, man. Everything. And things just went downhill, man. After we really thought Obama was going to have, from the black side and, the white folks had to get their hand in, but I'm just saying, people really thought that he was gonna care for us, man.
They did.
But he just a puppet, man. You know how he got elected? The big shots elected because he was halfway their color. He was smart and he knew stuff. That's the only way. Other than that, if he would have been a black kumbaya looking, Harriet Tubman looking dude, he would have never got elected, man. Get up out of here.
That's true.
Yes, so that's why he halfway and plus his stepdaddy what? A Filipino? One of them, he's from Indonesia and he got money.
Who?
His stepdaddy, man.
Oh, I don't know nothing about his stepdaddy.
See what I'm talking about, man. After his mama left, his grandma the one told his mama go marry that dude because he got money. But Barack Obama got an oil thing. People don't even know about that. Why you think him and Bush so tight, man? He got an oil for his stepdaddy is rich. He gone now, but his stepdaddy tight. He got money, man. His grandma told his mama to leave Obama daddy. Leave that Negro. Go over there. She went to that step dude.
I don't know nothing about that, and I don't understand. And I don't understand how that is factoring into the conversation.
I was just speaking in general, man.
Oh, okay.
I was just speaking. Dang, man, you just listen. Maybe it add up.
I'm waiting for it to add up.
I forgot who I'm talking to, man. I gotta break it down dummy terms sometimes.
Yes.
Speaking to you.
Yes.
But look, man, what are you doing, man? Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You gonna fight the dude in traffic. Go ahead.
Man, no, they goofy old Amazon dude, man. They ain't go throw bottles out in the street trying to make somebody bust their time. Goofy. Yeah.
Hey, you having
so, yeah, man, I got 99 problems, and these people out here, one of them, man. So yeah, man, I just, my point is this, man. Don't try to push that little politician thing, because I really ain't for that stupid politician stuff. Don't push that issue on me, because I ain't down with the goofies and everything. That's on both sides, man. But I feel like this. If I feel like you the right person, whether you Democrat, Republican, Independent, no dependent, whatever you is, I'm down for you, man. But my people now, I'm rolling my people in the shot, man. I hate to see it. It's sad out here. And they making us look dumb, and you want us to vote. And it ain't just the big shots, Biden and Trump. It's these local politicians too. You got to educate you got to educate these youngsters how to do the thing. Like I say, throw a benefit concert or something, man. Bring them out. or whatever. You know black folks love picnics and chicken and all that. Bring that out. That's how you go win them a nomination. If you want the people to come out, you want to be like, oh, hey, bring them out like that. Everybody love little dirt, little cheap key, and they love that sexy red. They damn sure love her. If it was 9, 12-year-olds can vote, hey, you got a lot of votes coming, buddy. But they don't want to do all that, man. They want to do what they doing is covering, and y'all don't see it.
And that's why my question to you, twin, is always the same. All right, you saying, I mean, listen to what you're saying. If the Democrats want people to get out there and vote for them, this one piece, they need to go out and throw a concert, a rap concert with some whoever you said, and Sexy Red and whatever. If that's what they need to do, if they want black people to vote for them. What do Republicans need to do? What do Republicans need to do if they want black people to vote for them?
Republicans know what they doing, man. They
What?
got y'all. They got them. They know what they doing. I don't know what they need to do. I'm talking about for the Democrats. I ain't talking about no damn Republicans.
But that's
I'm talking about Democrats.
that becomes the issue. You are talking about what the Democrats need to do, and if they don't do this, then you'll vote Republican. But you're not holding Republicans to the same standard. Tell them to throw a concert. Tell them to bring in Sexy Red. You can't say, look, if you want me to vote for you, I want to see Sexy Red. And they like, we not bringing you Sexy Red. Well, then I'm going to vote for him. Why don't you tell him if you want me to vote for you, then you need to bring in Sexy Red. So he can tell you, I'm not bringing in no damn Sexy Red. Have the same standard. It's a ridiculous standard, but it should be the same.
That's why I ain't trying to get my blood pressure up, because of extra people like you, man. Extra people like you. We ain't talking about no damn Republicans right now. When y'all all of that little goosey stuff, we need to educate these young folks come out from Wind Terrace, Avondale, here, there, and everything. When y'all say that on the radio or whatever, y'all podcast, that's how y'all go. That's how y'all influence them to come out, man. What is you talking about? I ain't talking about no Republic. I'm talking about if y'all want to win this election. That's what I'm talking about. The Democrats. I ain't talking about no damn Republic. Republicans got theirs, because if it was set today, that Trump would be in office right now. If it was set today, because of y'all goofy ass.
There is no way to know that except for the actual vote.
Man, them people put whoever they want to put. Them damn votes and all that shit don't count. Get up out of here with that. I went to bed and stuff. I thought Hillary's going to win. I said, dang, she up heavy. Dang, I'm going to night. She'll be the president of my... I wake up 7, 8 o'clock. We got another President Trump. And you know what? I did vote for him because I ain't want her goof ass in there. I ain't going to kid. I can kid you not. I voted for her. You damn right I did.
Okay.
Voted for Trump, I mean.
Yes. I believe you.
Yeah, man.
I believe you.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm a man of my word. And I'm going live, too, when I do go to that voter thing or the election, whatever. I'm going to go live, and I'm going to mark my thing and show everybody this is what I vote for. I'm ready.
I'm not 100% sure that you're legally allowed to do that, but okay.
I can do whatever I want to. I pay taxes. I can do whatever I want to.
All right, you can believe that if you want to, and when you find yourself paying taxes for that daggone jail that you in.
I'm saying, what law is it?
I'm not.
Everything else go live. As long as I ain't out there naked, I'm cool, right? Or selling no dope, right? I'm cool, right?
No, there are rules.
What rules? You tell me what article and what section. What rule? Enlighten my mind, since you know everything, miss. Enlighten my mind, man.
I'm telling you.
You can't tell me nothing if you ain't enlighten my mind about it. Tell me what article,
all right,
what section I can't go live.
All right,
That's who I voted for.
Twin.
Y'all put up them stickers, I voted. No, man,
Twin.
Be real.
Twin.
That's my name, man. What's up?
I'm up against the break.
All right, go. You don't got no break. I don't see no detergent or Pepsi commercials. Get up out of here.
All right.
You're going to piss me off, too, today, man.
I'll talk to you later.
Have a good day, man.
All right.
Be blessed. And don't say in Perkins out busting them suds, too.
All right, Twin.
All right, man.
Twin said he wasn't upset. He said he was not upset. That's just how he talk. He said that's just how he talk. But I've heard him talk different. I've had conversations with him that wasn't that confrontational. He wasn't hollering and screaming at the Amazon driver. Oh boy. What y'all have to understand. Hold on, let me. CK.
Hey, I was listening to your platform.
All right.
Yeah, I just heard you had the 2020 twin dudes on there.
Okay.
Yep, I just heard it, man. But yeah, you said they coming for Diddy now. You said they was closing in on them.
I didn't use that verbiage, but they it looked like they raided a couple of his houses. They say a couple of his sons were spotted in handcuffs. So it looked like they might be on to something.
Yeah, you got but so what you would do in his situation? You got all that bread and they on your tail like that. What would be your next move?
All
do you
depends.
go for the no?
All depends on what I have and have not done. Like if they're accusing me of doing stuff that I know I didn't do, so I know there's no proof. I know I didn't rape my engineer. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what he say. I know I didn't do nothing to dude. Come on, let's get it. Let's go to court. Prove it. Prove I did it. Let's get it. But now if I did rape my engineer and dude, no, I raped him, I'm probably in Antigua or somewhere without an extradition treaty with the United States. Give me my money, let me go overseas, and just live the rest of my life that way.
But that's when it get tricky, Emmanuel, is when they come to that bread, getting your funds, because, they going to try to hit you on that, right? Because they know you planning that, so they try to freeze them assets and mess up your money.
Well, hopefully I was smart enough to have some assets distributed to where they can't put their hands on them.
There it is.
Now, I wouldn't, me personally, I wouldn't think about that. But if I'm out running around breaking laws and, sexually assaulting people and stuff like that, and I know one of these days it might come back on me and I'm going to have to run, I'm going to have something set up to run to.
But, so you saying innocent, no matter what, if you innocent, you risk it by going to trial. You say
I would.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless, you know what I'm saying, if I see, whoa, hold on. They straight making stuff up like they got nothing on me. They keep making stuff up. That's not even a real document. It look real as hell, but that's not a real document. It's got my signature on it. I never signed nothing like that. I don't know. I don't even know these people, and they got pictures of me with them. I ain't never been with these people. This is a setup. Antigua, here I come.
Yeah.
But if everything kind of look like it's going to be a little bit on the up and up, I'm taking my chances.
Yeah. See, he never should have, you know what I mean, did what he did and tried to bask in the glory. Brother Love. P. Diddy, he went too hard left from the gangster phenomenon. That brought on, people questioning his character. And then that brought on allegations years later. Because now you steer straight to the positivity, but they ain't want that. So, but you got to understand, this is serious time.
Or he's running around sexually assaulting people, and he shouldn't be doing that.
Yep. Now, if he did that, he done for. But you got, it's about proving it in a court of law.
Yes.
And, but you see, Cassie, she got her bread. Now this is the fallout of that, because she's the one that put him on blast. Before her allegation, he was just a regular civilian. After her, he's a sexual predator. You see what I mean? Nobody even thought of him in that light before that. You know what I mean? So when she hit that $30 million emblem, remember she hit the $30 million emblem. Boom, that exposed his, misdeeds to the American public. that's when you never heard. Now he can't even. Now that's what I wanted to ask you. They silenced him. He's a mogul that you see everywhere interviews. I wanted to get your opinion on on him being silenced.
He's not silenced. Why do you say he's silenced?
You haven't heard him speak?
That's probably because his people, his lawyers, and common sense is telling him don't speak.
That's silence.
No,
Silence.
well, I guess one could look at it that way. See, I look at silenced as CK is not allowed to speak. CK is not allowed to speak. But trust me, all the media, did he show up to any media outlet? Mm-hmm. He can get an interview. He can say what he want to say. Ain't nobody gonna say, no, I don't want to interview you. So to me, if he showed up to, you know what I'm saying, Good Morning America, just unannounced, and be like, I want to talk about what's going on. They gonna bump whoever they got in the chair and say, we got an ABC exclusive, Good Morning America, Sean P. Diddy Combs speaks. And he gonna have an opportunity to speak. Silence to me is, no, we're not giving you a platform. Nobody's gonna give you a platform. He is deciding. Him and his team are made the decision, which is probably the smartest move. Don't say nothing.
You agree with this decision to be silent?
I agree with his decision to remain silent. Yes.
So, hold on, but you got to understand, man. Remember Robert Kelly? He made a decision to go on there with Gail Sayers.
And you see what happened, Gail King, and you see what happened, don't you?
Oh, my God. Hey, hog-tie. That man started talking about hog-tie.
He said he don't know how to hog-tie nobody.
Oh, man. That was the best part of it. I mean, it was one of the best interviews. You know, it's right up there with the Cat Williams of interviews, you know.
Look.
He was fighting.
And he in jail after that interview. Not that he wouldn't have gone to jail anyway, but look at how did he look? He looked guilty and crazy and everything. Sean Combs is making probably the best decision. You got a right to remain silent, so shut up.
Yeah. But the only thing with the R. Kelly thing is when he made that decision, he got to put on a better. You have to have listen. This is the mistake he made. He felt that his interview could free him from prison. I think he worked hard on that interview. I think he prepped himself, but I think that's what he did in that interview. He's like, okay, if I talk to the public, then they'll understand. I would never hog-tie anyone.
You know how many people believe that? They believe that about a lot of things. Man, if I just talk to the police, then they'll see that I'm innocent. If I just talk to the judge, then they'll see that if I just get up and testify and talk to the jury, then they'll see that I'm innocent. If I just get up and give my side of the story to the media, then they'll see that I'm innocent. And it very rarely ever works out. Shut up.
Yeah, but it does work when you're innocent, though. Because, you could be a victim in a shootout, right? And you are the suspect, but you're like, hold on, I got shot in my ass. I was running. I'm a victim. So you talking to the police so that could solve, because without you speaking and telling them that, Livingston, you arrested on the spot with suspicion of murder. So you just explain your way out of that arrest for murder.
If they are threatening to arrest you on suspicion of murder, shut up. Let them arrest you, get you a lawyer, and have your lawyer plead your case. Don't be out there talking to the police when they talking about arresting you.
But they are trying to arrest you while you shot yourself. You need to go to the hospital. They trying to lock you up for a homicide. So you hold up. Can I get to the hospital? So you have to talk. You faced in a position you can't do. Oh, all right, I'm gonna wait for my lawyer. You out here dying on the street.
No, you can say I need medical attention, but I'm talking about don't be out there trying to plead your case.
Oh, right.
Because everything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You right. You right. Yeah, man. I just had to get that off my chest, man, because like you said, this is a serious situation. He appears to be guilty of the charges based on his history in the media and the way he had Justin Bieber trembling in that interview. That makes him look guilty, but you never know until the case proceeds. Because you see, Justin Bieber was trembling like a stripper in Atlanta.
All right.
Shaking.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well,
That's
CK,
good,
I appreciate
man.
the call.
Yes, sir. All right now. Thank you.
All right. All right. Ron just sent a book. I don't have time to read that whole book. Hold on. I'm trying to read through it, Ron, and see anything in here that says that he can stop an election. I don't see anything in there that says he can stop an election. Again, I'll have to go through and read it a little more. But I don't see anything in there talking about him canceling an election. I don't. So I'll go through and read it again when I get off the air, when I can, me trying to analyze stuff while I'm reading it on the air. I will, Ron. I'll go back and I'll read the entire statute. But I think you might be mistaken. I think you might be mistaken. But again, I'll go and read it. What was I about to say? Yeah. With regard to what CK was saying, look, you might want to remain silent. You might want to remain silent. You out there and they arresting you. I mean, you got to, you know what I'm saying? I say this, use some common sense. Use some common sense. If they just run up on you and they like, it was just a bank robbery down the street, you know what I'm saying? Did you don't be like, I need a lawyer. You might want to be like, no, I didn't rob a bank. You know what I'm saying? No, I was just in Walgreens and they can tell you I just bought, here's my receipt. In that case, you might want to, you know what I'm saying, do a little bit of talking. You know what I'm saying? You just walking out and walk down the street. Get on the ground, get on the ground. You just robbed the bank. Did you just rob the whatever? I want a lawyer. You're probably going to jail. So use common sense with it. Use common sense. But if you can tell, like, they really, no matter what, they trying to pin this on me. I want to speak to a lawyer. So don't be out there trying to, again, use common sense. But don't be out there doing saying nonsense that's going to get you hemmed up. Brent.
There are many amendments to the Constitution.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4. If.
That's
You
it.
got a question for me? If. And now, yeah, but you're right. A lot of folks have gotten caught up by trying to explain the situation, and those prosecutors and cops get to twisting things. And man, when in doubt, it's just best just to shut up and ask for a lawyer.
Yeah.
And then yeah, you're gonna be hurting a little bit in the pockets. But I'd rather pay that money in the pockets than be out there in the correctional facility trying to protect my manhood. We'll just say.
Right, and that's why I said use common sense now. Again, if it's something you can easily explain, like, no, I don't even know them. Like, oh, we thought you was the guy. No, I don't know them. Like, they run up on you, putting cuffs on you. You just beat that woman up. I want a lawyer. No, you can say, no, I don't know them. I didn't do anything. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yep.
So use common sense, but yeah, don't be.
Yeah, even if it's speeding or whatever it is, because they use that to bring you up. And they ask you, do you know why I pulled you over? And you say, well, was it because I ran that stop sign? Well, they got you. They can put in a report. You said you ran the stop sign.
And people actually do that. People actually, you stopped me because I was going 12 miles over the speed limit. Like, no, don't say that. I believe in California, they passed something where they're not allowed to do that no more. They got when they first come up to the car, they have to tell you why they pulled you over. They're not allowed to try to trap you anymore.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. Because if you are a law enforcement officer and you're seeking for justice, why are you trying to get folks caught up on charges other than to pad your numbers and assert your authority? It just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, with the cargo ship, not the barge. That hit that.
It looked like a
barge. The barge. Well, you read the definition of barge is flat bottom. You're gonna have barges all up and down the Ohio River and everything, but ain't no cargo ships coming through there because it just ain't deep enough. And
all right.
That looks like one of those ships that came from like China or well, good. That's where most of them come from that standpoint. PPP loans. That was started under Donald Trump. And it went to a lot of these small businesses, but not as a small business as we think of. When regular people say small business, they think of the mom and pop, or say you got your little lawn service, or the tax dude who doesn't do taxes on Yah's Sabbath. But when rich people think of, and the government thinks of small businesses, they are talking in terms of the number of owners. So Donald Trump and the Trump Organization is considered a small business because it's just the small number of Trump family members that control that business. Koch Industries, I think they own Duke Energy and all these other power plants all around the country. They are considered a small business because it's just the two brothers that own the entire thing. So under Biden, they did go back and tweak some of the rules so that these barbers and beauticians and people we would think a small business had access to those loans because they were trying to apply for them. But since they weren't connected, all the other people got their paperwork through and there wasn't no money left. So that's that point there. And man, it's been a week or two since we've talked. So it's time for the wrestling report.
And while you do the wrestling report, I'm putting up pictures of barges. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, mainly just wanted to hit on a couple of things. Number one, last night Raw. Don't know if you saw Raw.
I did not.
All right. Well, spoiler alert then. The final boss showed up at the beginning and whispered something in Cody's ear, and then Rock wouldn't say what he said, and Cody wouldn't say what he said. But in the back, at the end of the show, The Rock commenced to beating Cody out. Well, goodness, from the back, out in the rain, stripped his shirt off, and then The Rock is sitting there talking. You turn around, and Cody actually bladed. He cut himself on the forehead. And I thought that you couldn't do that anymore in WWE. But even though Seth Rollins was there, Seth Rollins didn't come and help, and the yeet or no yeet, I get those usos mixed up. So he didn't come help, but that segment just went on for like 15 minutes. I'm like, is somebody going to save him? And you're in Chicago and it's raining, and I know it just recently snowed there, so it's probably in the 40 degrees out there. But out of that show, the biggest thing that came out of it is that we finally have a time and date for Jade Cargill's first match.
Oh.
And it will be this Friday on SmackDown, which to me is weird, because if you weren't going to have her, bring her out early, or have her on WrestleMania, why not just wait until the Monday or the Friday after, after WrestleMania, where typically new hires and everything are displayed. So, I'm sure it'll probably be a squash match, which they could have had her do all this time, but
well, maybe it could still make sense. We 2 weeks out, so maybe she does something on Friday, and somebody does a run-in, and whatever, and so then they have to meet at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still, it depending on how they do it, it could make sense to give her a somewhat meaningful match at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. It's still too short of a time in order to build something up. I don't see it happening, but oh well, that's a possibility. And I'm thinking they also could have finally decided to have her have a match since Mercedes Moné, former Sasha Banks, finally debuted on AEW, and she's been on there a couple of weeks. So it could be, we're gonna get her out here to counteract, the publicity that she's getting. But to me, it's long overdue. Like I said, they could have had her do squash matches and have her do back screen vignettes. Goodness, they still got the Rock's daughter, who has zero charisma, on NXT, every week, because they tried to put her in the ring, and apparently, she ain't got it in the ring. But I ain't mad at her making that money, being backstage, the assistant to the authority figure, not even authority figure. So, hey, make that money however you can. But but that's all I got for you today. I figured we'd talk about something that wasn't as blood pressure rising and and just totally confusing, like your previous callers.
All right, Brent, I appreciate your call.
All right, you have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
That was Brent. And why y'all all hating? Why y'all hating at the fact that man and me enjoy wrestling? Y'all enjoy nonsense too. Y'all enjoy nonsense. All them TV shows you watch, they not real. They're acting. We got our nonsense that we enjoy. Y'all got y'all nonsense that y'all enjoy. It is what it is. Get over it. Daryl asked a question earlier in the show. On Wyatt Live, which again, if you don't watch Wyatt Live, you should. It's a good show. I don't know why we both end up saying almost the same thing. Like, I don't agree with some of the stuff that he say, but I enjoy his show. He told a story today. He told one story today that I was up in Liberty Township, and by the time he finished the story, I was at home in Avondale. But the story was so engaging. It was the story about how he met his wife. And it was such an engaging story. And it lasted from Liberty Township to Avondale. And I listened intently the entire time. If you are missing Wyatt Live, you missing something. Again, you don't have to agree. I think that's the beauty in the thing. To be able to have, which is kind of what I was trying to talk to Drop Squad about. Like, let me say this. Do people know how to have conversations? I think the art of conversation is lost on a lot of people. Who has conversations like this? I wanted to say whatever, and then they talk for 5 minutes and then they pause. And then the other person says, well, yeah, because whatever. And then they talk for a couple minutes and then pause. There's a gap. And then the other person says, oh, yeah, and whatever. Pause. Oh, and by the way, whatever. Pause. Gap. Oh, yeah. And I want, who does that? Who has those type of conversations? Those aren't conversations. In almost all of the conversations that I have with everybody that I have conversations with, we talk back and forth. There's a little bit of crosstalk. Because I'm saying, I'll use Trump for the example. I'm saying, I'm not going to vote for Trump. I don't like Trump. The fact that, Trump don't like black people, and they'll kind of interject and say, well, why do you think Trump don't like black people? I stop and listen to what they're saying, but I don't like stop. So while they're saying, why don't you think that Trump like black people? Or when they say that, why don't you think that Trump like black people? I wait. Okay, I was just making sure you was finished with your question. Why I don't think Trump like black people is because when he had that black accountant, he said that, he didn't want a black man taking care of his money. And no, we kind of jump in. There is a little bit of crosstalk. Sometimes they cut off my thought. And if what they asking is worth it, and I address what they asking. Or I'll say, okay, I'll answer that in a second, but let me finish this. And we just, bam, bah, 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 bah. It's like jazz. You know what I'm saying? A little of this, a little of that. And you just keep going. But who does that? Well, I was waiting for you to be finished. Okay, I'm finished. Well, now I'll say what I got to say, and then you wait when I'm finished, and then you can... That's not a conversation. And yes, even if you're the one talking and the person starts interjecting, it's reasonable to stop and listen to them. I'm actually explaining a conversation with people. Some of y'all don't know how to do this. Marquetta.
I hate that you got me on caller ID. I just have to ask you a question.
All right.
Have you ever been swallowed? I just got to know. What grown man is calling another grown man Diddy?
Well, that's the man's, you know what I'm saying?
That's not that man's name. His name's Sean Puffy Combs.
Well,
when
no.
did he become Diddy?
But I doubt that his name is Puffy either. I don't think on his birth certificate.
Puffy before I call him P. Diddy.
But the reason that you call him Puffy, you actually kind of answering your own question. The reason you call him Puffy is because that was what he called himself and what he became known as for a long time. And so there's no reason for you to actually call him Puffy. You know his name is Sean Combs.
Have you ever seen a Puff Daddy interview?
I really can't say that I have.
Grown man daddy. He'd be like, why you on party with me, daddy? Your woman call you daddy?
No.
Stop laughing. Your woman don't call you. Oh, shit.
No, she don't.
A man, if you got a man and you in a relationship and he handling his business and he doing certain things, you call him daddy. That's you know Monique.
Everybody don't do that.
I ain't saying everybody. I'm just saying lingo, culture-wise. You hear Monique call her man daddy. Hey, daddy, my dad. Daddy did this, and daddy did. It's a term of endearment for a loved one.
It's always seemed weird to me, just so you know.
It's all very weird.
Yeah, calling your man daddy seems weird to me.
I mean, if he's handling business, I don't know what to tell you on that.
So then what do you call your daddy?
Normal. I'm not saying it's normal. I'm not saying everybody does it. I'm just saying culturally, the lingo, that's where it comes from.
So then what do those people call their daddy?
To hear a grown man refer to other grown men as daddy, it's just suspect.
I agree with that.
It just is. It's
No doubt about it.
So how you been doing? I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you. I printed up a couple of them.
You should put a gold crown on the king. We're going to put it on the K.
There's a gold crown. I actually, hold on. I have it. You might not be able to see this. Hold on. Because I have the kind of concept. Oh, did I delete that? Oh, I can't believe I deleted it. I deleted it. I mean, I didn't delete it, but I took it off of this so that I can put it up. But there is a gold crown over the K.
That's what's up. That's how you write a king. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just listening to you all. And, man, you've been talking for years about that Republican-Democrat stuff. And I just heard you say a good point. You said, well, what is the Republicans going to do? I would say I would expect the Republicans to be more proactive in getting that migration under control. I would expect the Republicans to say we're not going to issue 53 million. We're not going to allow states to issue federal dollars to non-citizens. It was a guy on TikTok. I'm not sure if you saw him or not. He's a Venezuelan TikTok influencer. They just took his page down. He had like 5 million people following him. And it was funny, but it wasn't funny because I'm anti-colonialist, so I understand. And basically he said, look at this baby. I had this baby here in the country. They give me $4,000 a month. This baby, I ain't never got to work again. He said it in his own language, but then he had another one. He said, if you want to come to America, let me tell you how you can colonize a house in New York State or in certain states. If a person ain't been in that house or apartment for 30 days, you can move right on in. And if they try to evict you, they can't. Then he was showing, if you go buy some clothes, X amount of clothes from the store, you can always take the clothes back and get money back off of that. And basically what he was saying was vote for Biden. Papa, that's what he called him. He called him Grandpa Biden, Papa Biden, vote for Biden. And so people are coming here, and I don't have a problem with people migrating here. That's not the issue. The issue is resources. If you're telling me I sound foolish and crazy for saying black people need reparations, but Israel can get $3 billion, Chicago can shell out $350 million to migrants. New York City just issued debit cards, $53 million to migrants, but black people in America still homeless. I'm trying to figure out why we think one is the lesser evil.
Well,
hello?
I don't have a problem. I hear a lot of people who say, I don't have a problem with migrants. Really do have a problem with migrants. I'm not saying you, but a lot of people who say they don't have a problem with it, they typically follow that up with the fact that they got problems with migrants. But
no, I have a problem with how the government is prioritizing migrants over U.S. citizens, especially black Americans. In California, they're offering them no money down housing loans. I would not be upset about that.
I agree with you there. But all people don't state it that way. Like, I agree. I don't have a problem with people coming to this country. I don't have a problem with people even, as they say, illegally coming to this country. But I do have an issue with prioritizing those people over people who are already here. So I would say, look, if you give in a no down payment loan to SA, give a no down payment loan to the brother. And if you're doing everything equally, I don't have no problem with it. But I don't really think that that's the case for a lot of people. a lot of them people say, I don't have no problem with migrants. I just don't want to.
Well, here's another thing. Migrants might have a problem with you.
I don't care.
There's a lot, and that's okay that you don't care. But in LA, Los Angeles, I want to say, and Compton used to be a black neighborhood for the most part, black city for the most part. But if you look it up, and I know people love to argue without having knowledge, but if you look it up, it was the gangs, the migrant gangs, whatever ethnic group they were part of, they targeted black people and start pushing them out of their own homes. It was just a couple of months ago, an 11-year-old boy was beat up, shot in the back. I mean, I'm not saying that we don't harm ourselves, but they had a particular ethnocide against black Americans, meaning they didn't want you in their communities. Once they began to grow in numbers, they didn't want black people in their communities, and they used violence to get them out. And there is no hate crime bill that would protect black Americans from that. And what pisses me off is we don't even ask for nothing. We just, you better vote. He gonna be a dictator. You better vote. He old and dumb. You better vote. What are you getting for your vote? Where are we organized even to get something out of our vote? You know what I mean?
I do. And I agree with you.
What? Check that out. Look at God. And let me say this to you before I hang up, because you're a Christian man. Don't the Bible say to fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom?
I believe it does say that.
So why they got so many scary movies? They got this movie out right now called Late Night with Satan or something like that. And Sunday, it made like $666,000 or something. I had to post it on my Facebook. That's manufactured fear. That's false. What Bernadette teach us? False evidence appearing real.
I don't think that's different. A horror movie is different than fear. That I don't believe that that's the type of fear that the Bible is talking about.
Well, how do you differentiate your fear for the Lord and the fears that the devil is manufacturing in his movies and on his TV and his news media? What do you know? What is fear then?
I would say the best way I can think of to describe it, and some people don't have this kind of experience with their parental figures, but I would say the best way to describe it is when you was little, how you wanted to make sure that you did right in front of your parents, that you minded your manners and all that kind of stuff. Not because you were afraid of them, but because you acknowledged that they had a position over you, and that if you got out of line, they might correct you in whichever way that correction was. I think that's the fear, if you want to call it fear, how that's, in my mind, the definition of the fear of the Lord that they're talking about. Not afraid like the boogeyman is under your, you know what I'm saying? That's a different fear. The boogeyman under the bed, mama, the boogeyman under the bed is different fear than, oh, I'm not going to do this because if I do this, I'm going to get in trouble. Hello? Oh, she hung up. Okay. I think those are two different fears. Two different fears. All right. But something happened in that conversation. I know this sounds like silly and elementary for me to go back to this. But something happened in that conversation. I said something. I was in the middle of a sentence. And Marquetta said, wait, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I stopped talking to hear what she had to say. I wasn't like, don't interrupt me, or I'm going to just wait till you finish saying what you got to say before I finish speaking. Like, no, that was a conversation. We interrupted each other, listened to each other, and had an actual conversation, y'all. Everybody don't need to hear this. And there's one or two of y'all out there that need to hear this. We can do better at having conversations. Well, I'm going to just wait till you finish before I say anything else. That's childish to me. Stop being childish. Y'all, my time is up. My time been up. Why y'all let me keep going knowing my time was up? See, that's what y'all be making me, y'all be making me mad. Y'all know my time is up. Y'all know it's 5 o'clock. He got to get out of here. It's 5:28. Ain't nobody said, Emanuel, your time is up. It's time for you to go. Come on, y'all got to look out for me. I had COVID. I got this cough. I need some help. I need some help every now and then. Now, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I do got to go and do some more. I got to reclaim 25 screens today. I got to reclaim 25 screens. It'll take me probably about 2 hours. Maybe. I'm actually time it. See how long it takes me. But 25 screens for me is a lot of screens to have to reclaim. Because I'm normally big on when I finish a job, take that screen, reclaim it, and, it takes just a couple minutes. Or I might let, 3 or 4 of them stack up, take it, reclaim it, and, take me, a good 20 minutes. I got to do 25 screens. And that's because I got 2 jobs that use a lot of screens and then some underbases. And then I got a few stragglers that I had hanging out. But I got this other job that I'm going to need all of those screens. But 2 jobs that I'm going to need all of those screens for. So this 30 minutes, I could be 1/4 of the way done reclaiming these screens. Hold on, let me see. I see this. Say, I want one of those King shirts. E-Man, how much? There's gonna be a website. I think it's gonna be done by the end of this week, but with Good Friday coming up, it might not be done until the middle of next week. And there will be merchandise on there. There'll be merchandise on there, and people will be able to go on and order, and everything will ship within 3 business days. And it's going to be like professional. I'm trying to do some professional shit, Oh, Daryl. Okay, Daryl asked the question. We were talking about somebody who, on Wyatt's show, he brought up an incident where I found out that I was somebody's enemy, and I didn't know I was their enemy. I knew they didn't care for me, but I didn't know I was their enemy. And when Wyatt and myself started, collaborating, this person put out a post, something about when my 2 enemies get together, or whatever it was that it said. And I remember I didn't actually see the post because this person got me blocked. So I didn't actually see the post, but somebody brought it to my attention, and then I'm talking to Wyatt, like, did you see this? And he like, I saw it. Did you see it? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, enemy? We enemies now? It was Nathan Ivey. Now, it's 2024. I'm all about naming names. Might take me a while to get there, but I'm all about naming names. It's 2024. Like, I did not know that I was that brother's enemy. I knew that he had some misconceptions about something that happened, and he took the not so manly way out in terms of dealing with it. But I didn't know he considered me to be his enemy. Like, all right. So I guess we enemies. I don't want to be nobody's enemy. I don't have to be your friend, but I don't want to be nobody's enemy. That's not my goal. Like, even to my knowledge, even though Lincoln told me don't ever speak to me again in life, I don't think he considers me his enemy. He just mad. So he like, I don't like that dude. He telling the truth about me, making me mad. He didn't call me his enemy. Dang, we got to be enemy. Can we, just people, I'm not even necessarily talking about black people, can we not agree? Maybe even not get along, but not be enemies? Because to me, when I think of an enemy, I think of somebody who want to destroy me, who want to take my life, who want to hurt my family, who want to do horrible things to me. That's why I'm like, I don't want to be nobody's enemy, because I don't want to have that animosity towards nobody. I don't want nobody to be my enemy, because I don't want nobody having that animosity towards me. We can't just not agree or even not get along. I'm cool with, I can't stand that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, he can't stand me. Cool. I can't stand him either. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. Jericho, do we know that he was actually referring to the two of you? Yes. Yes, we know. He actually put a crown on one of them. He photoshopped a crown on, was it two monkeys or something like that? Or was it, I can't remember what it was, because I can't totally remember it. Because in the grand scheme of things, I don't care. But he put a crown on one of them. You know what I'm saying? He photoshopped a crown. And everybody knows I'm the king of talk. Everybody knows this. So when you put a crown on somebody, we know who you talking about. Stop it. Stop it. He put a crown. No. Oh, I don't remember if it was monkeys. It might not have been monkeys. I just remember seeing the crown. I was like, oh, he came for me. He came for me. Woo. But it was all right. I mean, I just didn't know we was enemies. So it's all good. Now I know. Whichever one didn't have the crown is you. You know it. But I don't remember. I can't really remember what it was. I really do remember it was a crown on one of them. I remember. I was like, that's right. Acknowledge me. You put a crown on it. You know what you're saying. He is the king of talk. I hate that end and he's my enemy, but he is the king of talk. And I'm cool with that. Acknowledge me. And he did. So it's all good. But that's what it was. That's all. And Blade, you are hilarious, just so you know. You are hilarious. Like you be how do you say it? You be dick riding and trying to tell the person, trying to, like, you all over the place. Like some days you be dick riding Lincoln, and then you be trying to tell, like, y'all excuse my language. Lord, forgive me. They make me talk like this. But you be acting like a little bitch. Like, Lincoln, did you hear what so-and-so said? Lincoln, did you hear what so-and-so said? Lincoln, did you hear what this person said? Lincoln, somebody said something about you. Like a bitch. And then the next minute, you'll be dick riding me. And I'm like, come on, bro. Stop being a hoe. Pick which dick you want to ride and ride it. But don't be a hoe. How you be a hoe and a bitch? Like, come on. Pick a dick and ride it. Period. Either ride my dick or ride Lincoln dick. But you can't keep riding both our dick and being a hoe and a bitch behind my back. Oh, he said this, and oh, he said that. Oh, he said this, and oh, he said that. Come on. You jealous of Lincoln. Get off his dick. You know what I'm saying? Get off his dick. And then other places well, Lincoln ain't that smart, and Lincoln be saying this, and Lincoln don't be saying that. And you be all in, you know what I'm saying, that person's dick too. Like, damn. Pick a dick and ride it. Stick with it. Stop being a hoe. Just be a bitch. Don't be a hoe. Lincoln, man, you said this about you on this podcast. Just be the bitch. I'm comfortable with you being a bitch. I am. That's the role you want to play. It's cool. It don't hurt me. Ain't like Lincoln gonna do nothing to me. Like, that's what you think? Lincoln gonna do something? I don't work for Lincoln. I don't work at the radio station no more. Ain't nothing that he can do. So go ahead. Run tell that. Be a bitch. Just be a bitch, though. Don't be a bitch and a hoe. Riding every dick you see. That's it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand people. But what's your point? I just told you. My point. I thought that was pretty plain. All right, y'all. I have to get out of it. Look, it's 2024, man. People got to stop playing games. Be who you are and be real about who you are. If you don't like me, I'm comfortable with that. Come on, I've proven this for years. There are people who don't like me. I don't really care. I mean, nobody wants to be not liked. But because I'm me and I'm authentically me, if you don't like me, I'm cool with it. Like, again, there are certain people who I'm just like, that I wouldn't hang around with that dude. It's not my type of guy. So I'm comfortable with you not liking me. Like, I'm cool with that. I really am. I ain't mad at you if you don't like me. And when I say don't like me, you don't know me. So when I'm saying don't like me, I mean, you don't like my delivery. You don't like my topic selection, which most times is none. You don't like, the way I do a show or, my opinions, the way I express my opinions or anything. You don't like that. I'm cool with that. Like, you don't have to. And I'm not one of them people who, if you don't like me, then why you watching the show? I don't like Bill Cunningham. Again, I don't know him personally. I don't like his opinions, his thoughts, blah, 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 blah. But I still watch his show. Sometimes he's sometimes he's entertaining. And sometimes I'll be like, I want to be, I don't want to say I want to be mad, but I guess I listen because I want to be mad because I know what he about to say. I know he gonna say some racist shit that's gonna make me mad. And I'm kind of watching for that. So I'm cool. I don't like him, but I still listen to him. So I'm not one of them people who, if you don't like my show, then don't watch. I'm not one of them. You don't like my show, you got a right to not like my show. You don't like my delivery, you got a right to not like my delivery. believe it or not, I do. I run into people all the time, or I used to, I guess I should say, run into people all the time who'll be like, you know what? I listen to your show and I can't stand you. Like, nice to meet you. I'll be like, believe it or not, I understand what you mean. I get what you mean. And I'll shake your hand and be like, nice to meet you. Oh, because that time when you said so-and-so, oh, I was so mad. Oh, I thought I was going to... And I'll be thinking, it's not the emotion I was trying to evoke, but you remembered it 6 years later, you know what I'm saying? And you still listening to my show, and you happy to meet me, and we can talk, and, you know, you still don't like the stuff I say, but you met me, and we ain't enemies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not one of them, if you don't like my show, don't listen. If you want to not listen, don't listen. But, so, okay, you don't like me. You don't like my show. You don't like how I get down. Cool. And I'm telling you, for real, I really don't understand what you be trying to accomplish when you be like, oh, he said this about you. Oh, he said that about you. Like, what are you trying to, are you just trying to sow seeds of dissent? Like, he already beefing with me. He not gonna take it to the next level for you to be entertained by some level of violence or something. I'm not fighting Lincoln Ware. I wouldn't fight Lincoln Ware. And I doubt he gonna ever try to fight me. He gonna be mad at me, and that's gonna be that. He gonna ignore my calls, but he gonna read my comments. And he might steal one or two of my corny jokes. I'm cool with that. He's not my enemy. And no matter what you say, Blade, you're not gonna make me be his enemy. So I don't necessarily be understanding what you're trying to accomplish. But again, that's cool. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. But don't come over here riding my dick. Be real about who you are. Like, I don't like you. I listen to your show for whatever reason, but I don't like you. And I'll be like, okay, cool, you don't like me. And we can move like that. I don't understand what the goal is. But if me and Wyatt fall out, tomorrow, I'm not gonna treat that brother like no enemy. Me and Wyatt not gonna fight. We're not gonna do no whole lot of public stuff, back and forth. Hey, Wyatt did this and he ain't this and he ain't that. I'm not doing that, and I don't think he would do it. Neither one of us. We'd just part ways. And if some bitch asshole come up in there trying to sow seeds, well, he said this and I think he was talking about you, and calling my show, well, he said this and I think he was talking about you. That's really just gonna reveal more about you. And believe it or not, I believe two black men cannot get along and still be respectful of each other. One of my favorite lines in the movie, Troy. One of my favorite lines is when the king went to get his son's body because Achilles had killed him and drug his body. And he was talking to Achilles, and Achilles told him, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you the body, but tomorrow we back to being enemies. King looked at him, and King Priam said, we enemies right now, but even enemies can show respect. So if me and Wyatt didn't get along, I would still show the brother the common decency of respect. And if a lot of black men and women could get that, I don't have to like you. We don't have to get along, but I can still show you simple, common, everyday respect and not let some hoe ass bitch come in and create all kind of drama. I'm not going to let it happen. Not to me. So all I'm asking you, I wasn't doing thumbs up. I was pointing to myself. Now I done held my thumbs up too long. I'm not pointing. I'm not thumb up. I'm pointing to myself. I have to not do it like that. Otherwise, I'm going to get fireworks. So all I'm asking you, Blade, I'm trying to be as simple as I can. It might be okay to be a bitch. It might be okay to be a hoe. But to be both, it's confusing. It's confusing. So I'm going to ask you, because a lot of men don't do this. You know what I'm saying? People be cheating. Women be cheating, sleeping with 2-3 different men. I guess it happens with the other way around. Men be sleeping with 2-3 different women. And then when they get mad at each other, you sleeping with my man. Oh, you sleeping with my man. You sleeping with my woman. Oh, you sleeping with my woman. It's the one woman. It's one woman. So I'm telling you, I'm not going to let you be a hoe with me. Get off my dick. When you come over here, if you want to say negative stuff, just say negative stuff. I'm cool with that. I'm not going to dislike you, and we can still have conversations and be cool. But don't come over here all on my dick while you're trying to sow seeds of contention behind my back. I'm the one saying, I'm choosing for you. You can't ride both our dicks. So my dick is off limits to you. Go ride his dick. That's it. I missed a call. I didn't hear a call come through. I missed Marquetta's call. Did y'all hear it ring? I didn't hear a call ring. A phone ring. All right. Why did you just have to tell the truth? Sometime I told y'all it is 2024. You just got to be real sometimes. See, I can live with that, Blade. You sound gay, homie. I can live with that. I can live with that. Just don't be sending mixed messages. Don't be sending mixed messages. All right. I got to get out of here. And by the way, you're not my enemy. You're not my enemy. Again, I'm quite comfortable with the negativity. I'm quite comfortable with the negativity. All right. LaDonna say, what's his name on here? He go by Boost Boost. He go by John Davidson. He go by, I can't even think of all the names he go by. He go by a lot of names, and that's some weirdo stuff in and of itself. You've taken the time out of your life to make 6, 7, 8 fake profiles on a social media platform so that you can pretend to not be you, to say stuff to and about people. That's not, the sun is blazing right there, just shooting through the window. That's why it got bright over here. That's weird. That's weird. I'm not saying you don't have a right to do it, but that's weird. It just is. I don't think I'm frozen. I don't think I'm frozen. You're saying all those fake names are Nathan? No, those are all Blade. All those fake names are the caller who calls himself Blade, which is in and of itself a fake name. So you got 6 fake profiles to hide so that people don't believe that you're commenting as even your own fake name. How ridiculous is that? I got a fake name, so don't nobody know who I am, but sometimes I have to use a different fake name so that people don't think that it's my fake name talking, but it's another fake name. That's weird. It's weird. But it's cool. You got a right to do it. You got a right to do it and be who you are. Just that's it. All right. I got to get out of here and go reclaim these screens. And I just want y'all to know, people make me do this stuff. People make me do this. I have to keep my thumbs down. People make me do this stuff. I was completely fine. Yeah, and he can't spell. It's always a dead giveaway. He got extra spaces in there or some capitals where they shouldn't be. Some, misspelled words. It's always a dead giveaway. They make me do this. People want to keep picking with you until you respond. I don't mind responding because I don't mind the pushback. I actually kind of like it. All right, let me go reclaim these screens. I appreciate all of y'all for hanging out with me. I think that's about it. If you are out and about, enjoy your day. And be the reason that somebody smiles. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.